Hi, I'm Anna Samson and I play Mac in Return to Paradise. She's a detective with the Metropolitan Police in London who is forced to return to her childhood home where she does not want to be.
I moved halfway around the world to get away from Dolphin Cove. Why would I ever work here again?
Look at this. Why would you ever work anywhere else?
That's where a lot of the drama and a lot of the comedy comes from, is her being placed back home in this community that she left 6 years ago in quite extreme circumstances.
Mackenzie Clarke.
You know her?
Yeah.
Glenn and Mac have a beautiful relationship and it's complicated. They were once engaged, Mac left him at the altar. It's navigating all those things now that have come back to the forefront and she's back in town.
That's no small thing to have to return to that, and she brings with her a great sense of guilt.
Daisy is Glenn's new partner. She's just a ray of sunshine.
She's a really great girl. She's a small town girl but doesn't have a small town like mentality.
Does she have the same spark and chemistry that him and Mac have? I guess that's the big question.
Death in Paradise is it's a phenomenon, really. It's quite overwhelming to kind of step into that world or step into those shoes in a way.
My mum is a super fan of Death in Paradise. There were a few warnings. It was like, it better be good and you better be good in it if you audition for it.
The amazing thing about our show is that it showcases all of the best things about Australia. Our coastline, the people.
Every time you watch Death in Paradise or Beyond Paradise, you fall in love with those locations and it makes you want to live there, although, you know, the chance of being murdered is quite high.
Murder is pretty dark, right? You know, it's one of the most desperate acts of humanity. So you take that darkness and you smash it up against an environment of bright sunshine and, you know, paradise. That juxtaposition is really delicious.
I think audiences kind of like that tradition and that satisfying feeling of Mackenzie and everyone else rallying together to solve these mysteries.
You've got that lovely little whodunit every single week. You know that someone's going to get murdered, and at the end of it, you kind of know that we'll find out who it is, and that's what people love about the show.
Any thoughts?
There is this sort of bedrock of interesting relationships between all the characters. And you're invested in them, you care about them. And that's just lovely, lovely to watch, lovely to be part of.
It's written so well that you really don't know what's going to happen next, which is so fun. Some of the murder weapons are wild.
It is in the wheelhouse of the original. It has to be because that show's so fantastic. So I think audiences can expect the spirit of what they love of that show. But there's something about the Australian way of life, the Australian accent, the Australian landscape that is so different. But there's a cheek and a charm of the original that I really hope we've captured. I think we're a charming bunch.